she got off the bus and she was still petite and didn't have the paper, you said, oh, she's lying.
Yeah, she just wanted to see me, basically.
He never really even cared because around that time, he was not with the girl that he said is supposedly his girlfriend. Her baby and my son is only 9 months apart. So he didn't really care anything about me because I was always second to him. And when the baby came along, the baby started being second. So he never really cared about me or the baby.
So bottom line is you did not hear from her.
I didn't hear from her. I lost all contact with her.
Ms. Williams, how did you finally tell him about Zaylin?
Well, I actually seen him on a bus, actually when my child was 1. And when I seen him, he asked about him. He was like, did you have the baby? And I said, yes. I also showed him pictures in my phone of Zaylin. And he was like, oh, he looks like my side of the family. He looks like my family.
I didn't say anything like that.
Oh, wow. So you didn't say anything like that,
I didn't say anything like that.
You didn't say anything like that.
I was asking about her. And then that's when she was like, oh, you want to see your son? I'm like, my son? Then she pulls out her phone and starts showing me pictures.
The
and my
first
reaction
question
was
you asked was, did I have the baby or not?
No, I didn't ask if you
never
had the baby
asked
because
that,
I wasn't
Ryan.
even thinking
You
about
never
the baby.
asked that?
I
You're
wasn't even thinking
lying.
about the
Okay,
baby.
all right.
When she showed me the phone, I'm looking at the pictures, I'm going through them. I'm like, okay, she did have him. He don't look nothing like me, you know?
You don't look nothing like him, Your Honor. But the next day, Your Honor, this is the picture of him and our son. The next day after I told him he had a baby.
Jerome, let me see that picture.
And if he didn't believe that was his son, why would he meet up with me and do all this? We was at the library.
Did you meet up with
Yes, I did because
her and Zaylin?
At the same time, I knew it may be a possibility. That's when I started thinking more, and then that night started coming back to me. I'm like, hold up. You know, I'm trying to do math, which I'm not good at, but I'm trying to, you know, count it up. I'm like, hold on. You know, it's just not sitting well with me, you know? I'm like,
actually, Your Honor, I had sex with Cecily on 2 different occasions. At the hotel room that night, and I seen her a couple of weeks later at the smoke shop, and I took her down in the car again.
No one had sex with you,
so
Marcus.
when my brother initially told me that she was pregnant, that's when I light went off in my head, like, wow, well, if she's saying you did that, it's probably a possibility that I could be. But just knowing her track record and knowing her and how easy it was and things like that, I think she's just like flipping a coin and just picking anybody.
So do you all think that you're the only 2 possibilities, or could there be more?
See, that's my thing. Our relationship was, we never had any type of commitment. We had sex, we hung out, and that was it. You know, after I met him and we start talking more. She had a boyfriend at the time, and then when they broke up, me and her, we started talking more. And I asked her one day, I said, oh, let me see Zaylin's birth certificate. She was kind of hesitant to showing me. I have it right here, as a matter of fact. She was kind of hesitant to showing me. Because I'm looking at the birth certificate, I see where it says father, and it says Nicholas Davis. I'm like, yo, who's Nicholas Davis?
Your Honor, honestly.
This is Zaylin's birth certificate?
Yes.
And under father, it does not say any Wiggins, brother.
My father, he actually died a couple years ago. And my father changed his name at the last minute. His name was Davis. He asked me on his deathbed, can I put my son's last name as his so it could be his and he can be in the last generation?
Okay, hold on. That's not what I'm asking you, though. Are you stating in this courtroom you have never slept with another person other than these 2 twins? So there's no other man that could potentially be your child's father?
No, I got with someone after I found out I was already pregnant. A week before I found out I was pregnant, that's when I got with someone. But I was never with no one. When I was messing around with Brian, I was only messing around with Brian. I never messed with anyone else.
So just a week before you found out you were pregnant, you did have sex with somebody else?
Yes.
And how far along were you when you actually found out you were pregnant?
I was already like 3 weeks, almost a month.
And my thing is, she had, you know, she knew my whole name. She knew my name. Why wouldn't she just write Brian Wiggins? So that way he could look at his birth certificate and see his dad's name and not just a random.
You didn't want to be around. Did you realize that you sold me a dream in the beginning? You told me you wanted to be with me. You told me that we was going to be together. But at the end of the day, you left me for the other girl. Not only did I play second in the beginning when I did get a child or whatever, how many times have I been asking you for a DNA test? How many times? Not only that, my son is second. Everything is about your daughter. Your daughter this, your daughter that. You call your daughter every day, but let us break up for a couple weeks, several weeks. You know, you would never
Hey,
call.
what she
never
doesn't-
call.
what she doesn't
Christmas time, my baby don't see you. Thanksgiving time, my baby don't see you. Birthdays, my baby don't see you unless I call you. If I'm not messing around with you, you're not giving the baby the chance, and that's not
That's
fair.
Nicholas'
That's
baby.
not cool.
Okay, but what she doesn't
Hold
understand.
on now, hold on. Look, the point is this child still deserve to know who his father was if you were so sure? What it seems like to me is that maybe you weren't so sure.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
What do you have to say before the results?
You know, what she has to understand is that I was there with my daughter from day one. I met Zaylin at 1 year old. She wanted me to instantly become, you know, super dad. And it's hard to do that when I'm just meeting him.
Was a part of the issue because you had doubts.
Yes.
So that's what this courtroom is about, is getting down to the bottom of the situation, but also alleviating the doubt. And there's a lot of it here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Jerome, I'm ready for the results.
Me too.